Hello, boys and girls. All right, we are going to read our story for the week. Let me adjust this a little bit. All right, it is called Thunder Underground. It says Poems by Jane Yolen, illustrated by Jose Massey. Okay, we're talking about poems this week and different tools that people who write poems use. All right, so let's listen to this story. Thunder Underground. Says underground. Beneath our feet, a world apart, is found our earth's fast beating heart. It keeps us living, soil and root, while up above we eat the fruit. Stand. Knowledge grounds a power base, so seek out knowledge touched by grace. Start below, reach for the sky, and like the caterpillar, fly. Under the house. Here is a cellar, a basement, a clutter, a helter-kelter, a maze, cables, pipes, the basic foundation, a storage, a story, the oldest page. Read house history in the under. Use imagination and wonder. Seeds. So this side is poem called Seeds. This dot, this spot, this period at the end of winter's sentence writes its way up through the dull stale of soil into the paragraph of spring. So these are all just different poems in this book, okay? Corny conversations. It sounds too odd for us to hear. Corn plants can talk, not mouth to ear. But with a strange and clicking sound, their taproots speak beneath the ground. We don't know what corn rootlings say when they communicate this way, but scientific studies show they do this as they grow and grow and grow. Let's see, one other poem. This poem is called Thunder Underground. That's what the book is named after. Thunder Underground. Thunder underground, that's the sound beetles make when walking round, squeaky like a creaky door, clicking, clacking, muffled roar, beetles on the underfloor, scritch, scratch, scrunch, that's the crunch of beetles eating beetle lunch, all roots, no punch. So that was that one. That was that poem. Now we're going to read one called Oh, to be an Ant. Oh, to be an ant, neat, quiet, indifferent to anything but constant work. Hurrying, scurrying, burying. Line after line, their labors unceasing, from hill to hill, always quiet, never still. Their mega city, chambered, tied by endless highways, byways made by workers hauling dirt 4 times their weight, not architect by one will, but thousands working never still. That was that poem. Now we're going to read one called Earthworm. Inch by inch and root by root, the tiny earthworm crawls. It makes its living in the dirt, creating its own walls. It oils those walls for ease of passage. Gurgling as it goes, a slime machine, while all around it things just decompose. Mole eats. That's this poem right here. We're going to read this little poem. A mole eats its own weight in earthworms every 24 hours. Wow. After a day of feasting, the larder should be quiet bare. But Mole does not worry. He hoards his earthworms 1,000 wiggly snacks, now stilled in his inky cupboards. See all the earthworms in his little holes? Velvet. This is another poem called Velvet. Live like the velvet mole. Mole in his hole, the soft brown of old rubbed velvet, wrinkles up dirt through the night. Does he daydream of grass or the roots of grass? Does he listen to beetles passing? Does he count in his blind way the pink ribbony worms? Or are his thoughts dark and deep as velvet tunnels, velvet sleep? Subway. I like the sound the subway makes deep in its underground den. I like the growling as it goes from street to street, and then I like the squeals its iron wheels make coming round again. I like the flickering lights below that make the nighttime day. I like the rumbling, jumbling cars along the long railway. I only wish that I could ride the subway trains all day. Under the City, Two Views. Here's another poem. 1. Like mammoth moles who relentlessly tunnel, drilling down, shoring up, filling, tiny words, piling, hauling, mauling, cementing, tiling, we break, make, change, sunder, bringing light to the dark down under. 2. Here in the black places of the world lie the noisy skirts of change, lacing of pipes, snorkeling sewers, skewers of bridge footings. Here basements huddle in the dirt, train platforms sulk within the earth. Rats in the false night eat and play, while cockroaches couch throughout the day. Then true night calls them out to wonder, for up is now as black as under. And that's two different takes on the city, under the city. It's two different views. 3 things I know about the roots of trees. This big old tree they are looking at. 1. Roots are the tree's pantry and storage. Its storage bin. Larger, hoarder. Not quite a rhyme, but a reason. 2. 3 times the branches spread root fans out. An underground portrait of the tree above. 3. Like Attalía and his hordes, roots destroy the concrete culture, crushing the modern with their relentless, barbaric blows. Lost City. Let's see what this poem's about. Long, long ago, a home was lost. A road, a city, a world was tossed into the trash in history's dump, covered with grass and odd-shaped hump that generations all forgot. Trees grew tall, cows grazed, birds nested, young folk climbed the hill and tested gravity's relentless pull, picnicked on the top till full on this odd, forgotten spot. Archaeologists found the place that tangled time and dirt erased. With careful surveys, digging, scraping, all in odd landscaping, they uncovered the city's plot. They read the lie, they parsed the story, rebuilt all the site's old glory. By the time that they were through, the tale became both old and new. Unraveled was the ancient knot. Okay, Miss Wright's going to stop right there, and I'm going to read the rest of the poems to you, starting with Pirate Treasure tomorrow. Okay, but we're going to talk about One thing that poets use when they're writing a poem, and that iPad keeps falling down. Hold on. And that would be rhyme. So lots of times poems rhyme, okay? So you're going to find your vocab word that looks like this. It says rhyme. Okay, you're going to cut it out, glue it in your notebook, your ELA notebook, and it says, when words have the same ending sound. Now, we already know that that's what a rhyme is, right? We know that when they have the same ending, they rhyme. Example. They wrote you an example. We saw a star from the car. So star, car. They rhyme because they sound the same at the end. Write 3 sets of rhyming words. So you're going to pick, you got to pick 3 sets. So 3 sets of 2 words that rhyme. So ball, fall. You could do get, bet. You could do rat, hat. Okay. But you need 3 sets of words that rhyme. Okay. When you're done with that, you're going to find this page right here. It says rhyme match. So we're going to read this sentence. The mouse ran into the, what would fit there? House, right here. The mouse ran into the house. The cat was wearing a hat. The bee flew over the tree. So you're going to cut these out right here and glue them where they go. The toad jumped into the road. The goat wore a coat. The snake was on a rake. All right, so you'll take care of that. You'll cut these out, glue them where they go, and then you will be done with reading for today.